Well, it's a very warm welcome along to our latest talking point. It's myself, James Mason, and next to me, Simon Barlow, that are talking everything about Leicester City, whether the Foxes, under the guidance of Brendan Rodgers, can potentially break that top six dominance in the Premier League. Can they potentially get themselves up there? It's already been a busy summer at King Power Stadium. They've broken their club record transfer fee twice. We'll start with the first person that came, and then the Spaniard Ayoze Perez, £30 million that they decided to spend on him from Newcastle United. I think we have our doubts about whether he was worth that much, but he has scored goals for the Magpies over the past couple of seasons in England's top flight. Can he add goals to Leicester?
I think he can be a really good squad player addition for Leicester City. I don't see him necessarily being a starter on a weekly basis for Brendan Rodgers, but it does go to show you how much ambition Leicester City have now that they're willing to spend that much money on a player who maybe will only get a few starts and probably be coming off the bench to try and help them out. They do have a lot of money to spend. It seems like their manager, who's obviously still quite new to the club, is being really well backed here. And I think it shows a lot of ambition from Leicester City that they're going for those type of players just as squad members.
Yeah, I think Rodgers as well, over his managerial career, has brought the best out of maybe younger players. Ayoze Perez, 25 years old, so still quite a bit of potential in there, and Rodgers may be able to get it out of him. I mentioned that Perez was their former club record signing. That's because Leicester recently have just forked out around £40 million plus for Youri Tielemans. Now, he spent the second half last season on loan. He was very, very impressive then. They managed to beat teams like Manchester United for his permanent signature. He's got to be a good player for them.
Yeah, I think he'll fit right into Rodgers' way of playing. You know, he likes to play with a lot of possession. Leicester City in the past have been a counter-attacking team. They've had a lot of problems transitioning really from that sort of form. Claude Puel tried to do it, couldn't quite manage it. You know, the reliance on Jamie Vardy and the old guard who won them the league, really, that's going to be, I think, a little bit more easy to phase out with Tielemans in the side who can get on the ball, get passes going, and they can really dominate possession at home.
Yeah, before we talk about potential more arrivals for Leicester, let's talk about someone that could be leaving King Power, because Harry Maguire is a sought-after player. Both Manchester clubs going for him. There's talk of around £80 million for him. Can Leicester survive if they take Maguire out of their team?
Yeah, I think they can survive without Harry Maguire. I know he's gone on to be a great player since he joined them. I think they only paid £17 million for him, so they're going to take probably quite a big profit on him. They'll be reinvesting that, I'm sure, in the defence. Although, having said that, they've actually made quite a few shrewd defensive signings in the past that may now come through. I know Filip Benkovic, who's a young Croatian player, played on loan at Celtic under Brendan Rodgers last season. He might be one that they think has got a big future. And also Kaglar Soyuncu, the Turkish defender who hardly got a look in last season. He's got a big reputation as well. And maybe now he's had a season in English football, he could be one to push through and replace Harry Maguire. But I think if they get £80 million plus, they really can't refuse that for a player who isn't really worth that, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I don't think he's worth that much. But so do they need to replace Maguire then? Or do you think they can cope with the defensive members you've just mentioned there? They've got Johnny Evans and Wes Morgan.
I think if they're going for the top six, they will be looking to replace Harry Maguire. If they're happy to stay 7th, 8th, 9th, then the ones that they've got, they might be looking to just push them into the team. But I think they will, you know, the ambition they've shown so far suggests they will be looking to spend that Harry Maguire money when they sell him.
Yeah, and finally, one point, because there's been reports linking Mario Lemina with a move to Leicester City. Now, the Gabon international's been left out of Southampton's pre-season tour. Their squad, Ralph Hasenhüttl, doesn't want him there. He's been told he can go and find a new club. Centre midfielder, they seem to have a few sort of his ilk already at Leicester, Wilfred Ndidi, but is that maybe suggesting Ndidi could be going, Lemina could be coming in?
Personally, I can't see this one myself. I think there's a lot of transfer rumours flying around at the moment, and it may be an indication of Leicester's status in the game, that clubs are quite happy to throw Leicester's name out there and say they're looking at our player because they know that will force the price up in the end because they are big spenders. So for me, I can't see Lemina really being a player that Brendan Rodgers would be looking to bring in right now because of the players they've already got, like Mendy, like Ndidi, and of course Tielemans has just been signed as well.
Well, there you have it. There are thoughts on the Leicester City and their season ahead. Let us know yours on social media, Facebook and Twitter. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube.